So what is the best loadout in Way of the Hunter? I'm gonna give you my take on what guns I like to use, and then I'd love to hear your thoughts as well. First of all, I would like to say that I don't think there is a best loadout. There is some that is more all around than others, but in general, if you're looking for very specific animals, it's better to tune your loadouts exactly to whatever animals that you're gonna go. And it usually depends, at least for me, if I am doing any of the objectives. If I'm out looking for mountain goat, I would like a 308 with me. If I'm out looking for badgers, I would like to have a 223 with me. But overall, the loadout that I've been running around with mostly, at least lately, has been the 308 as a big game rifle. With this rifle, you actually have the power to take down moose and elk as long as you get in on a somewhat decent range. Anything 150-ish, and you should be able to hit the kinetic energy you need to match it to actually get the full hunt rating, even on moose and elk. The only drawback I have with this rifle is that it is a very powerful rifle, so you might actually end up having to go back a little bit if you face something like a wolf, because a wolf don't take a whole lot of kinetic energy compared to some of the other ones. If you're looking here, 1165 to 3000. Just to kind of show you here, the mountain goat actually it takes up to 3600, the mule deer is 37, and the whitetail as well is 3700. So it's not a really good gun for the wolves. So if you want to be shooting wolves, you need to get at least a little more distance. However, any of the other ones, you are going to be pretty fine using the 308 at nearly any distance. And if we're paying attention, you can see up in the top right corner that you even out on 300 meters, you still have about 3200 energy in the bullet at impact. This is enough to take down pretty much any tier 5 animal, well, except the wolf. You don't want to do that because at that point you are looking at doing too much damage and gonna be basically obliterating all the meat in that thing. But pay attention to the lowest number here. At 300 meters, we're still over the recommended hit energy for American black bear, for elk, and almost getting around where we need to be for moose. So anything 150, you are good to use the 308 for the big game as well. And the other rifle that I usually carry when I'm running this loadout is the 223. This is a hunting tier 3 rifle. It is very good for the animals that are a little smaller, or if you get in really close on some of the bigger game. This rifle here, if you are around 200 meters, pay attention to the recommended hit energy for wolf. Grey wolf is 1165 at low end. And just to quickly show you, the badger and red fox is both between 6 to 1800. Here we are having a look with our hunter sensors on. If you're out on about 250 meters, you're getting 1200 joules of energy, which is gonna be enough to actually do damage to the wolf. You're above the 1165, so you can use the 223 for wolves as well. This loadout basically lets you take out, at least here on the Nez Perce Valley, lets you take out everything for the full values, as long as you mix it up a little with the distances and where you need to be, how far you need to be away to make the, what's that? We're not gonna take that out, but just take a look here. We're gonna be bringing out the 223. And you see up in the top right corner, it turns yellow when we are at that here on 168 meters. Now, there is another loadout that I also once in a while run, because most of the time I do not care about fox and badger. Then I go for the big game hunting. And this is a different loadout, because I then like to go for the 7mm08. Which has a little bit less power than the 308, making it a lot better and more suitable for wolves and close-up encounters with some of the deers. But then I bring the big guy. Sometimes you could bring the 300 instead, but I like to bring the 338 Lapua Mag. This gun right here will obliterate anything in game. And the reason I like to bring it is because it allows me to take a lot longer shots and actually still hit the kinetic energy that I need to take down a moose or an elk. These two loadouts is the one you'll be seeing me running around, unless I'm very specifically doing a mission where I need to try and take out something with a... That's some young one, and that's a mature female. Unless I need to take something out, like a bird or something, and I'll mix it up with whatever callers or I need for the jobs that I'm currently doing. As a standard, I feel like I'm running around mostly with elk, moose and deer caller here on SPS Valley, but you can mix that up any way you like. The scope that I like to put on my rifles is the 15 times. I think that has the best clarity and is the easiest one to first of all use, but also follow up on the shots that you take, simply because it has a lot better overview, being a 50mm lens than the 44 from the 18 times. This is all, of course, just personal preferences, and I'm sure that you can make... The good thing about this game is you can basically make any weapon work as long as you pay attention to the kinetic energy. Now I've given you my ideas to what I'm using, so if you would like to leave yours in the comments down below, I'd love to read it. As said, normally the all-around for me is a 308/223, and if I'm going big game hunting and don't really care about shooting the badgers and the foxes or birds, then I'll run the 338 or the 300 and my 7mm 08, which might actually be my favorite gun in the game. I really do enjoy that one. Thank you so very much for watching.